Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Zach. Here we talk about overlanding, gear, builds, DIY, all sorts of stuff related to modifying your vehicle, getting out there, adventuring in the outdoors. Today we are going to be talking about a new product to me. It's not new to the market, but this is the first time I'm getting my hands on these, and man, I don't know, this might be the ideal setup. It's a nice combination of everything. I mean, it maximizes your MPG for sticking large things on your roof rack. It's easy to mount, take off. It's good expansion of storage, being that the 4Runner trunk has space, but not a ton of space. Overall, I really like these. Not to mention they make some accessories for them that are really going to help maximize your organization within these. So I also just recently got all of my patches in, so I'll pop up a little thing on the screen showing what those patches look like. If you want to support the channel, I don't run a Patreon, and I don't ask you really to ever donate any money. If you're willing to just subscribe and like videos, I really appreciate that support. That's all you need to do. But if you want to go above and beyond, I've got these patches. It's a great way to support me, and I think they look pretty cool. I try to put minimal branding on them, so that it just kind of looks like you've got a modified 4Runner patch. But I'll have those linked down below. They are in stock. I only have 100 of them, and once they're gone, they're gone. I don't restock my patches. I just do a new design every time. So in a way, they're kind of like a limited edition, and yeah. So if you're interested in patches, go check those out. I'll have those linked down below. One last thing, this is kind of a last minute effort, but I am gonna be in Colorado in the early part of March. I think March 5th to be exact is a Sunday morning that I'm looking at potentially setting up kind of just an impromptu meetup. It's nothing too crazy. I'm not really, expecting a humongous turnout, but if you do live in the Denver, Colorado area, or you live within driving distance of that area and you want to come meet up, grab coffee or something, I'm looking for a venue where we can do this setup, because I don't want to just get like some sort of frustrating loitering situation in a random parking lot where the businesses don't appreciate that. So I'm going to try and figure out a good spot for this. I'm going to pin a comment down below so that you can go and check out the post that I will officially kind of release on Instagram. But I'm still sorting out those details. Just, check back if you're interested in something like that and mark your calendar. So again, that's going to be this upcoming Sunday, which I believe is March 5th. I'll put that down in the pinned comment as well. So if you want to come meet me or see the rig, both are going to be there. And so I will be in Denver, Colorado, early March. So it's no surprise maybe by the title or the thumbnail, but we're going to be talking about Rome 83 liter cases in this video. I want to give a big shout out to Rome. Rome was willing to send me 2 black 83 liter cases and their Rome proprietary quick mounts for these. I'm really excited. I'm going to be mounting them up on my Sherpa Crestone roof rack. Sherpa also sells a budget Rome case mounting option. I'll have that link down below as well. Sherpa is a supporter of the channel as well, and so I know these companies, they have a great relationship. So yeah, we're going to kind of talk about all those products. I'm going to do a little unboxing, then we're going to install them on the vehicle, and then I'll do a bit of a reveal at the end to show you what these look like. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. All right, so we've got the Rome case or roof case brackets right here. Just gonna quick open up the box and show you each bracket ships separately. So, or I should say each case bracket ships separately. So this is for one case. We've got 2 brackets, one for each end of the case. We open it up here. We've got one side of the bracket. Got the other side of the bracket, and then we've got some hardware and 2 hooks. So these 2 hooks will install on either end of our case, and then this hardware will be used to mount the brackets. Now I'm installing 2 cases, and so I have 4 total brackets, and I'm going to show you the process of installing one of these brackets on a crossbar. So this is what one end of the bracket looks like, and one thing I really like is, so when you hook it in, this is like the latching mechanism right here. Let's zoom in so you can actually see this. So this is the latching mechanism, and what you can do is you can use this to hook it right inside of there and latch it down. And so that prevents this from really moving around and rattling too badly when you're going down the road. And this little lock here, you pull that out and then this will pop back up. Now the great part about this is it's adjustable, so you can change the height for a couple of different case sizes. In my case, I have the 83 liter, but you can definitely use this for the 95 liter as well. So all we do is we adjust this length so that it straps the case in nicely. This will slide right over the end of the case, and then we hook this on, and then we can clamp this down. So I'll show you that a little bit later. First, I just want to show you how we're going to mount this up to an actual crossbar. The hardware that comes with it has these little, let's see if we can show you. It's got these little carriage bolts. The little carriage bolts slide into T-channel, and it's pretty handy. So if you have a Prinsu roof rack, I believe that's what these are designed for. You essentially take this little piece right here, and then they've got an open cavity. You drop it in there and you slide it in. And then the washer and the nylon locking nut go on the top right here, just like this. However, in our situation, I've got the Crestone roof rack from Sherpa, and I've got this up top Overland rack crossbar here. And if we look at the end, these barely don't fit. Oh, wait a second. They do fit. I guess they do fit. I don't know why I didn't get it to fit. Well, I was able to pop it in. It might just be a really tight fit, but it does slide in just fine. Well, I guess I can return all the hardware I just bought. Well, if for some reason you can't get it to fit, I bought quarter 20 by 1/2 inch long bolts. I guess I can go return all of those. So, all right, well, I'm not going to actually mount it to this crossbar because I was just going to demonstrate how you used my hardware. So all we do is we decide where we want to put it. We've got all these different slots and where it can go. And then also our crossbars are slightly adjustable, so that's nice as well. All of these grooves here seem to be spaced out appropriately, so you can use them with 1 by 2 inch extrusions, which is what the bulk of people use anyways. So these are super flexible as far as figuring out how to fit them on crossbars. So, all right, we're gonna go pull some crossbars off of my roof rack, and then I'm gonna mount these up, and we'll toss them up on the vehicle and get them dialed in. All right, so I've got them started here. So as you can see, just slide the carriage bolts in upside down like that. And then we're going to come in here and set this bracket on top and put the nuts on. And it should be pretty straightforward. So let's toss those on now. All right, well, I just got everything threaded on, and both sides are good to go. So just how the Sherpa rack is laid out and how I need to keep some space for my awning brackets, this should be just perfect. So, all right, let's go toss these on the vehicle. All right, so for those of you with a Sherpa rack, you're probably aware of these little holes for tie downs, these handles. So we're about at the front and middle door divide. And there's a crossbar that goes right here. This is the bracket to go to the roof rack itself. So I used this crossbar right here. Then I also used crossbar right in front of the Sherpa emblem, because the last one I'm gonna put a crossbar bracket for the awning on. So I wanted to leave that one open. So mounted up quite nice. That's the case on the other side. I haven't fully tightened down these bolts just yet. We climb up here. It's not perfect. I don't love how much this cantilever's back, but I'm working with what I've got. Maybe I'll change the layout, but right here, I pushed this as far back as I could. I've tightened all of these nuts down. I left them kind of loose while I mounted everything up. And now I think we're in a good spot where I'm gonna put the cases in. This one's already all good to go. And then I'm gonna tighten down all the outside bolts and then take the cases out. So yeah, looking pretty good though. All right, so another thing I want to quick show is these are the little brackets for hooking in stuff. So you literally just push that through, push it down a little bit, and it kind of pops into place and pinches there. And then we take this and we spin it maybe a couple times, get it to be the right length. All right, so what we want this to do is we want this when the handle is completely down, and this part is down here, it'll hinge up, come between the goalposts, so to speak, and then when you pull this up, it'll pinch down. And there we go, just like that. Now, hopefully this doesn't really move around at all, so that should maybe be tightened a little bit. But that's how the latching mechanism works. And yeah, pretty sweet. Well, that's going to be a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really like these Roam cases, and I think this setup is really conducive, especially for people who do a lot of weekend style trips, because not only is it easy for these cases to kind of stay on your vehicle and drive your vehicle around town, and you're not going to really hurt your miles per gallon incredibly, but they're pretty slim, low profile. They aren't going to look as ridiculous on your roof rack compared to maybe some of those massive cases out there. Also, with these being black, they do kind of blend in a little bit with the rest of the black look on my vehicle, as well as most roof racks out there that are black powder coat. I think the biggest thing that I really like about these cases, though, is the fact that these quick mounts, they take like maybe 10 seconds to take both cases off. And then the quick mounts latch to themselves and fold down. And so they really only are like, actually, I've got a tape measure. 1 second, I'll be right back. Yeah, so they add about 2 inches of height onto the roof rack, and I think my SS5 light bar, you know, that's pretty low profile mounted in place of that wind fairing, maybe adds like 1 inch of height. So the great part about this is like many of you know, I'm on 35s. I have a 3 to 4 inch lift Dobinson MRR system, and there's like, you know, a little bit of added height to the Sherpa rack, and the Sherpa rack's slightly taller than typical, you know, extrusion style roof racks, we'll just call them. And then these lower profile, you know, proprietary Roam case mounts only add like another 2 inches. I still can fit in 7-foot garages with these on my vehicle. I mean, I was a little worried because I get kind of close, but I'm still clearing everything at work. And yeah, I can pull into my home 7-foot garage. And so, yeah, that's probably the biggest thing that I've really loved about this is whenever I go out or come back, I can pop the cases onto my roof rack within, like I said, 10 to 20 seconds. It's super fast, and then I can take them right off and I can pull into my garage, I can go to work, come home, go wherever, and they're not going to take a lot of time to swap on and off. They're not a burden. I don't need to drill through them, nothing. They're super quick, and yeah, the case brackets don't really, you know, deter from the look of the vehicle when I don't have any cases up there. So I really like these. They're perfect for that person who daily drives their vehicle, and if you need to fit in certain areas, I think they're really, you know, beneficial because most of us don't have 8-foot parking garages or 8-foot garages at home. So I really like this. So like I said at the beginning of the video, if these Roam brackets are too expensive for you, which they are a pretty lofty price, Sherpa sells a really nice little budget option. They're these little T brackets that just pop through the case. They're super simple. They're also quick as well. You're gonna need a little 10mm or whatever, or maybe an Allen key to put a couple bolts through those brackets into your crossbars, but you know, that's not gonna take too much time. However, these Roam brackets, they are like the fastest thing I've seen. And so, yeah, I really like them. They're really convenient. They come at a price, but they're super convenient. Also, these Roam cases are super sturdy. They're pretty thick. They could probably double as coolers if you want. They've got a nice rubber gasket so that they're waterproof. They've got a drain so that you can, you know, take that out. You can wash them out and drain out the water. You can buy lid organizers for these on their website as well, which I'll link down below. or you can buy molly panels, either one, which really helps you to maximize the storage. I plan on using one of these solely just for all my recovery gear so I can keep it all in one place. Yeah, so I really like these cases. They've got a lot to offer. They're low profile, they're great for daily drivers, but you still could use them for extended trips or whatever your plans may be. So definitely recommend you go check out these cases. Like I said, I think they're my favorite setup so far for a roof storage option. And yeah, I'll keep you posted as I use them more and more, but for now, I'm really loving how these look, and I'm looking forward to testing them out further. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I'll catch you all in the next video.